In the icy silence of the high mountains, a wild mare named Layla galloped freely through snow-draped valleys, her hooves dancing across the frozen earth. She was strong, fierce, and untamed. But one tragic misstep changed everything. Her hoof caught on a hidden patch of ice, and in a flash she tumbled down a steep slope. The impact was brutal. Sharp rocks tore through her skin, and her right leg twisted at an unnatural angle. Blood stained the snow. She let out a desperate, piercing cry before collapsing at the base of the cliff. Pain surged through her body. She tried to rise, but her injured leg gave out beneath her. She trembled, breath coming in short gasps, her chest heaving in the cold. The snow began to fall again, covering her body like a shroud. She was utterly alone, surrounded by the quiet indifference of nature. Her dark eyes, once wild and full of spirit, now showed only fear and exhaustion. Hours passed. Her condition worsened. The frost crept into her bones. Her wounds remained open, and the cold bit deeper. Birds circled high above, sensing weakness. Layla's breathing slowed. Her muscles twitched involuntarily. She was slipping away, closer to death with each passing moment. Then, just as the last flicker of light began to fade from her eyes, a sound broke through the wind. At first distant, almost imagined, then louder, a rhythmic beating that shook the air. A helicopter. In the sky, through the thick mist, a rescue team arrived. The helicopter landed, its blades cutting through the snowstorm. 4 figures leapt into action. They were dressed in bright blue and orange jackets, their gear strapped tightly to their backs. Eva, the team leader, issued sharp commands through her headset. Lena, the medic, carried a trauma kit and thermal blankets. Max, the animal specialist, readied a tranquilizer and oxygen mask. Jonas, the climber, secured ropes to stabilize the icy ground. They approached Layla cautiously. Her body was barely moving. Lena dropped to her knees and checked for a pulse. Still alive, but fading fast. Max fitted the oxygen mask over her muzzle, whispering calm words as he stroked her neck. Her eyes flickered. She was scared, but too weak to resist. Jonas cleared the surrounding rocks while Ava scanned the terrain for further threats. The team worked in silent urgency. Lena gently cleaned the blood from Layla's wounds and applied antiseptic. Her leg was swollen, bones misaligned. Max stabilized it with a splint, while Jonas adjusted heating pads around her torso. Despite the pain, Layla didn't fight. Something in their voices, their touch, told her she could trust them. They carried her to a portable shelter. Inside, they monitored her heartbeat, breathing, and temperature. An IV was attached to her neck. She was given warm fluids, nutrients, and pain relief. Time seemed to freeze. The rescue team worked through the night, rotating shifts to keep her safe. Slowly, signs of life returned to Layla's tired body. Then came a surprise. A rustling in the forest. A flash of white. An Arctic fox emerged from the trees, barking sharply, darting back and forth. Max's eyes widened. It's trying to show us something. He and Jonas followed it through the snow. What they found stunned them. A young foal, injured and shivering, hidden in a crevice. Layla's foal. It had fallen too, likely in the same accident. They wrapped it in blankets and carried it gently back to the base. When Layla saw the foal, she lifted her head, weak but alert. She nuzzled the baby, and for the first time, there was light in her eyes again. Her will to live strengthened. Over the next few days, her recovery began. The wounds were healing, the swelling reduced. She could eat, drink, and even rest without sedation. The foal stayed by her side. She would rise slowly and carefully, leaning on her uninjured legs. The team celebrated each small victory. When it was time to move her, they carefully transferred her onto a custom sled. Jonas guided the descent across treacherous paths, while Lena and Max stayed close, monitoring vitals. The helicopter waited at the base of the slope. They loaded both mother and foal and lifted off. In the recovery center, Layla amazed them all. With consistent care, she stood on her own. Her coat regained its shine. The foal thrived, running in short circles around her legs. They were both safe now. The team watched, proud, emotional, knowing they had saved something irreplaceable. Weeks passed. Layla was stronger than ever. Her leg had healed, and her spirit had returned. On the final day, the team led her and the foal to a wide-open valley, the same wild place where she once ran free. They opened the gate. Layla paused. She looked back at the team, her eyes meeting theirs. A moment of understanding passed between them. Then she turned, galloping into the wind, her foal close behind. The mountains echoed with life once more. The rescue was over, but the memory of Layla's strength, her